How's it going, everyone? In this video I want to talk all about the PlayStation 5 system software update. There is also a PlayStation 4 public beta firmware software update that is also available. We'll talk that briefly. That's much smaller than the PS5 update. And also, it wouldn't be another day without some more game delays to talk about. Crimson Desert has been delayed, and Kenna Bridge of Spirits will not be coming in August anymore. It'll be coming a little bit later on, but still this year, and pretty shortly thereafter too, so that's not too bad. But first of all, PlayStation 5 system software beta version 2.0 is rolling out. M.2 SSD support, so this is something a lot of people have been waiting for. Sony Interactive Entertainment has begun to roll out the PlayStation 5 update, and if you are in the system software beta program, the update will be available to you. There are some other changes, but the most notable thing is the ability to expand your console storage with an M.2 SSD. There's a full list of changes that Sony has dropped, so I'll go through some of that. You can now insert an M.2 SSD to your PlayStation 5's expansion slot and use M.2 SSD storage just like your PS5's console storage. You can install PS5 and PS4 games in M.2 SSD storage and play them directly from there. You can use PCIe 4.0 M.2 SSDs with a capacity of 250 gigabytes minimum and 4 terabytes maximum to safely insert or remove your M.2 SSD. Make sure your PS5 is turned off and that the AC power cord is unplugged. They go over some other details like moving your games around to the expanded storage slot, but this is something a lot of people obviously have been waiting for, given the fact, like 600 gigabytes and change is just not enough for the majority of people, especially with Sony running a billion deals all the time, people buying a ton of games like Call of Duty, Red Dead Redemption 2 being obscene in terms of file size. People were desperate to expand their console storage, and like for somebody like me, where yeah, I probably do play more games than the average person in terms of quantity of games I play, but we're talking less than a year into the PlayStation 5's console life, and I am regularly deleting games whenever I have to install something new. I mean, not too long ago, I deleted the Demon's Souls remake, which games like that, I get that some people would think, oh, it's a game you just play once and then you're done with it, but I'm not trying to, like, delete marquee games like that. Like, I like to have all my marquee games installed at the same time. I know it's as simple of a process as, inserting a disc or re-downloading the game, but yeah, just for quality of life, I do enjoy having everything installed. Is it like the biggest deal in the world and a deal breaker? Probably not for most people, but the ability to expand your storage is definitely going to be something people are going to appreciate. Also, you can now enjoy 3D audio through your TV speakers. To enable 3D audio for your TV speakers, go to Settings, Sound, Audio Output, and then turn on Enable 3D Audio for TV speakers. You can also measure the acoustics of your room using the microphone on your DualSense wireless controller to apply the 3D audio setting that's optimized for your room. I quite like that. They have also changed some things to the home screen. If you have a different platform versions of the same game installed, they'll now appear separately on your home screen, which is actually nice. Remember, this was a thing that was happening when the PS5 launched. People were playing the PlayStation 4 versions of some games and were like, well, why do the games look exactly the same and perform exactly the same? That was wild. I can't believe that was actually going on. But yeah, thankfully that'll make it a little bit easier. Different versions of a game are now easier to spot. Icons are displayed to indicate the specific platform, such as PS5 or PS4. A bunch of other changes were noted. I will go through those like briefly. The library section has had some update. The install tab is now the first tab you'll see, so you'll get your games right away. The game-based section has been updated a little bit. You can see how many of your friends are online, busy, or offline under the Friends tab. You can now accept, decline, or cancel multiple friend requests at the same time. To do so, you guys get the deal how to do that. Don't be canceling friend requests, though. Come on, they're just trying to be your boys. But yeah, you do you. There is some goofy stuff going on with, like, random people getting friend requests with some very questionable messages getting attached. I don't know what the spam stuff is with that, but, like, I've gotten some, and I know a lot of my other friends have gotten those. So, yeah, actually, being able to cancel those multiples at a time is going to be kind of nice. In trophies, there's an update. You can now track up to 5 trophies per game in the controller center using the trophy tracker. When viewing the trophy list of a game, trophies will now be displayed vertically instead of horizontally. You'll now be able to see more information for each trophy without selecting it. There's some other features that they do go over at the end. I won't go too in deep on that, but I will leave a link to Gamatsu. They have the post there, and it's on PlayStation's website as well. Again, the main thing is the M.2 SSD support and the fact that they are making some quality of life changes. I mean, I think the PlayStation 5's UI is competent enough, but there's always minor tweaks and adjustments you can make to make it a more you know, just a better platform in general. Also, speaking of making a better platform, the PlayStation 4 has also gotten a beta firmware update. Public beta firmware 9.0 for the PS4 is going live right now. The main change in the beta firmware update is to allow PlayStation 5 trophies to be viewed on PlayStation 4 as well. So, nothing too crazy. There were also a few tweaks made to the group messaging system. So, this is a very smaller trophy. I would expect that the PlayStation 4, you know, consistent big updates are going to taper off a little bit just because they are transitioning to the PS5, but it's a relatively slow transition. They're still trying to get PS5s into people's hands, and they're putting God of War and Horizon on the PS4. So obviously they're going to continue to support the platform to a good extent. Going to be more interesting to me to see how a Horizon or the next God of War runs on a vanilla PS4, the regular non-pro PS4, because I think that could get a little bit dicey, but we'll see about that when those games do drop. And those games have been delayed, much like a couple of other games. Crimson Desert open world multiplayer game has been delayed indefinitely by Pearl Abyss. Remember, these are the guys that are known for Black Desert Online, so this is a game that visually it looks absolutely staggering, but yeah, when I heard the release window, I don't know why, I just got serious deep down vibes from it. That's a Capcom release, so it's completely different, but for some reason the game reminded me of Deep Down, and I was like, man, I know the story on Deep Down. That game was announced during the PlayStation 4's launch event, or the reveal event, and you know, we'll see how that does turn out with Crimson Desert. Hopefully the game is out sooner rather than later. Hopefully it's on PS5, it performs pretty well, and they did note that the COVID pandemic is a part of the reason for the delay. That's generally what we're going to hear and why there are so many delays. Also, Kenna Bridge of Spirits has been slightly delayed on all platforms for additional polishing, so this is a very small delay. It was originally scheduled for August the 24th. It'll now come out September the 21st, so not much of a delay at all. You're waiting another 4 weeks, so I don't think that's the end of the world. If they think that 4 weeks is going to offer them ample time to refine the game to a certain extent, hey, by all means, do delay the game. Does raise the question, when is this game gonna go gold? Because that should be happening relatively soon, even with that September 21st release. But yeah, they noted we have made the difficult decision to delay the release of Kenna until September 21st to polish the game across all platforms. The team has been working extremely hard, and we feel the extra time is critical to ensure the best experience possible. We know many of you are eager to play the game, and we appreciate your patience as the team continues to work on delivering the best version of Kenna. I know when Kenna was first announced, a lot of people thought it was going to end up being one of the marquee PlayStation 5 launch titles, and obviously that did not end up being the case. That was just, you know, general speculation by some people, but the game itself, I think, looks great, and yeah, it's a brand new IP, so obviously they do want to get it right out of the gate. So PS5, PS4, and PC on the Epic Games Store is the drop platforms on that. But that's going to wrap up this one. Again, PlayStation 5 system software update. A beta update is being rolled out. I believe it should be fully live right now if you are in the beta program. PS4 public beta firmware update available now as well. Crimson Desert and Kenna, two of the latest games that are being affected by the video game delay situation that is going on right now. It is what it is. I'm just hoping that the fall still has a healthy amount of games where people are still excited about gaming, and I think the fall is still going to bring with it some exciting games. There are a couple of games that I'm eyeing, and I don't know. Dying Light 2, I could see that one being delayed. I have sometimes I just get a bad gut feeling about some games as far as delays go, and I don't know why. Dying Light 2 is like the one that's staring me at the face, and I'm like, yo, I feel like this is going to get delayed into early 22, but we'll see how that turns out. That might just be me being completely off the mark, but my delay predictions have been generally pretty good recently. And I think a lot of people, you know, it doesn't take rocket science to sometimes figure it out, but yeah, I was not expecting a Kenna delay, though. I definitely was not expecting that. Crimson Desert, on the other hand, yeah, that doesn't surprise me all too much. But that's going to wrap up this one. Let me know all your thoughts in the comments section down below. Thank you for watching, and goodbye.